These two cars share essentially similar designs. Obviously, the convertible has got its top chopped off, but the front is something we cannot ignore because of the controversial kidney grille up front. I know it's a love it, hate it sort of looks, but the more we stare at it, the more we spend time with the cars, the more it looks nice. And in my eyes at least, I say these cars look absolutely stunning. There is really only one reason why the 4 Series Coupe is our premium coupe of the year. Yes, everything feels good to the touch, the steering is very expensive to the touch, everything here just feels good, buttons feel good when you press it, the knobs here feel very tactile, very smooth, very premium, but all that kinds of stuff don't matter to us because we sort of already expect these kinds of qualities in a BMW. But what really makes this car stand out from the crowd is just how intuitive the cabin really is. Everything you need to know is all here and here. Everything you need to meddle with on a daily basis is also here and here. In other words, you don't have to dive into the menu or sub-menus just to toggle the aircon temperature. Everything you need is right here, and that makes all the difference. Being intuitive sets this car apart from all its peers. And that is why this car deserves to be the premium coupe of the year. This BMW 4 Series continues to impress. It is a delectable piece of machine. It is our sgCarMart's premium coupe of the year for very, very good reasons, man. I mean, all of BMW's traits are still intact. What I mean is communicative steering, premium touches, sporty and intuitive interior, wonderfully suspension setup. And the best part of all is never to the point of being uncomfortable. Just because it's a coupe and it's all hardened and stiffened up does not mean that it's uncomfortable. I can still drive this car on a daily basis comfortably. It'll soak up all the imperfections on the road. And best part of all, if I decide to drive this car like a madman, it will do so very, very easily and confidently. That 2-litre turbocharged engine up front will pump out some 181 brake horsepower and 300 Newton meters of torque to the rear wheels. And it'll do so very smoothly via the 8-speed transmission. And all your erratic behavior that you ever want to do on the road with the 4 Series Coupe, you can definitely do it with a lot of confidence. Now, the two cars obviously share very similar cabin, interior, looks and design. For obvious reasons, you still get very high quality steering wheel, top-notch materials used, and most importantly of all, sporty and intuitive cabin in general. But what really differentiates this car or these two cars from the rest of the pack is the fact that there's very small attention to detail that makes this special, such as this right here. So if you get into the car, for instance, this one sets back, and when you close the door, it extends out for you. The 4 Series Convertible obviously has something that the Coupe doesn't have, which is a topless characteristics of sorts, and it's genuinely enjoyable. I mean, the whole sun in your face, wind in your hair experience, it's quite priceless. And you know how this convertible has got that lifestyle element that the Coupe doesn't have and will never have. And the best part of all is you enjoy that lifestyle element without having to compromise on the sporty disposition of the car. Good news is, whether it's top up or top down, it drives exactly the same as the 4 Series Coupe, which is to say excellent, which is to say fantastic. It's very communicative. It's every bit you would expect a BMW to produce, and then some. You add all these things up, and what you get is a winner, at least to us in our books. Now, I know these two cars are largely the same for obvious reasons, but let's be very honest. Regardless of whether you decide to choose the BMW 4 Series Convertible or the 4 Series Coupe right here, BMW has undoubtedly nailed it, which is exactly why these two cars are our sgCarMart's Car of the Year winners in their respective categories.